Hello, 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 and welcome to my reaction to Frieren episode 19, Well Laid Plans. I wanted to move my hand around this cord so that I don't smack it, but then I hit this bottle with my nails and it went... Okay, well. Anyway, I want to show you guys my cool shirt that I got for Christmas. It is the Shibuya... from the Shibuya arc. So thank you to ABC for a great Christmas present. Was it a Christmas or birthday present? Christmas present. Okay. So shout out to Rodriguez, Cherry, Mary, Hunter, Mike, who's going to be editing this video, Modru, and the Sotos might still be here. Unless his boss called him, probably, and you know how it goes. Hello! Just popping by to say good night. Enjoy Frieren, everyone. Thank you, ABC. I was just saying thank you for the great Shibuya shirt. Okay, here we go. I'm watching on Crunchyroll, so make sure to support legal streaming sites and buy the manga. Oh, what a calming voice.
ならえ怖いのヒンメル自然体でいいですよこういうのはきっと冒険の仲間ごとに変わってくるものですそうだね
なるほど確かに仲間ごとに違うみたいだやっと捕まえられましたねシュティレこれで一安心ですねこれから先の方が大変なんだよ
僕らはシュティレを他のパーティーに奪われないように守らなければならない
対人戦の時間だ実は昨日の夜シュティレを捕らえるのに役に立つかもしれない魔法の実験をしていたんだよね確かに出かけてたねどんな魔法なのカンネにはもう見せたよ鳥を捕まえる魔法
Oh, the one that went...
ずっと魔法使いが多くて魔法が一般的だった時代に狩猟を生りとする一族が編み出した民間魔法だよそういえば魔法で動きを封じていたねでもあれは鳥じゃなくて魔物じゃ
It's a bird-like monster
大雑把に寄ってこないそうか寄ってこないのかこの作戦ならいけるかも
Maybe they can kind of like sheepdog them to a certain area and then...
確かに悪くはねえがリスクが高えな他のパーティー全員に喧嘩を売ること
Really?
多分こうでもしないと捕まえられない怖いのラビーネ分かったよやってやろうじゃねえか
終了まで潜伏してやり過ごそう
Okay, Tsuki.
つまんないよ
He looks like his name should be Tsuki.
不要な戦いを避けるのも魔法使いが
私たちは水を持ち歩けますでも同じ生き物であるシティレはそうはいかない
なるほどそれに気がついた連中が最大の水場である湖の周りに張り込んでいるわけか
それ衛生的にどうなの煮沸すればなんとか
So cool. Like her face. Whoa. Sharf. That sounds like the sound you make when you're barfing. Sharf. Sorry.
めんどくせえな殺すつもりで撃ったんだぜ今のに反応できんのかよ
I know his voice.
まあいいやシュティレの入ったカゴを置いていけ
嫌だって言ったら湖の方向。
What's going on? The one group is fighting and now she throws the whole leg.
湖を凍らせやがった。溶かしたところで意味はない。これほど派手に魔法を使われたら、指定はもうこの湖には。
So they're driving them into a corner.
第二パーティーから奪うぞ。これだけ暴れたということは、シュティレを捕獲する算段があるということだ。
フリーレン様、一体何をするつもりですか？
I will listen for his voice after, so don't spoil it.
それに気がついた連中が他の水場を探しているようだが、魔力探知が甘すぎる。あれでは空の脅威に対処できん。
未熟だな。第二パーティーが湖を凍らせたらしいぞ。試験を無茶苦茶にする。
無茶苦茶だと違うな。
They made it easy for everyone. Maybe. Easier?
それを紐解かん限り、一級魔法使いはただ単に権威の象徴であればいいのだ。魔法使いとしての力量がいくらあっても、人心を掌握できなければ無力も。
Really? In this case?
はるかに優れた魔法使いが失脚し、迫害される様を山ほど見てきた。大きな力は恐れられる。恐れの権威
that is true.
それに魔法は誇り高いものでも何でもない。この水場にはもう近づかないだろう。
こんなことして何が？
To trap you.
そっか。どこかに魔力を込めていない水。
I don't know.
その近くに第二パーティーは必ずいる。
どう探すの？
Because other people would sit here and wait for a stile.
試験区域は広大だ。本気で潜伏する魔法使いを見つけられるわけなかろう。待つぞ。どうせ奴らは居場所を教えてくれる。
He's smart. He can detect it when almost no one else could, including the bird. Wait, the birds could.
マジかよ。魔力って完全に消せるもんなんだな。完全じゃないよ。さすがに動けば少しは魔力が漏れる。ほら。わかんねえよ。私たちは見張りだな。足引っ張んなよ。うっさい。雨さえ降れば戦力になれるんだけどね。全部結界に弾かれちまう。
It's like a reindeer dog. Dog-a-deer. Dang. It's not even sensing her probably, or I guess doesn't seem appetizing. Right on top of her. Wow.
フリーレン、やったか？誰かに探知された。早くここから。
早い。
逃げるのはもう遅いみたいだね。
ジュベラード。
月の
また距離を取った。
She can't do close fights.
うちのおじいちゃんと戦っているみたい。一般攻撃魔法と防御魔法、基礎的な魔法しか使わないのね。
She could say the same thing about you.
使わないように言われてますから。あなたの師匠の方針なのね。まあただ、なんだろうね、この違和感は。まるで熟練の魔法使いと対峙しているみたいだ。あなたも難儀ね。そんな戦い方。ビアベルが相手だったら今頃は死んでいたわよ。それはおかしいです。この中で一番強いのはあなたですよね。
Yeah, but not the most vicious, maybe. Like, he looks vicious.
ビアベルは魔王軍の残党と戦ってきた北部魔法隊の隊長よ。実戦経験の桁が違う。あいつが使うのは品性なまるでない勝つための卑怯な魔法。今ビアベルと戦ってる子、多分殺されちゃうわよ。そうですか。
Can I just pause? Oh, it's the end anyway. She says the girl fighting blah 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 will probably be killed. But just with the amount of people that have talked about her and oh, she's so bad, she's so horrible, like dropping hints about her character. Like, I mean, we could tell from the episode she was introduced, she's not a goody two shoes. But not much was revealed. It was like kind of hinted at, like, oh, she did this, but it was in self-defense that, and then there was like hints, but it wasn't outright. But the way that people have gone on about her, it's really kind of like I'm not thinking this guy's gonna kill her because we haven't seen what she's capable of. That's what the feeling that I'm getting from the comments. And it's so sad because that's the kind of feeling I should get from the show. Like, the show should decide when it's gonna reveal XYZ to me or the severity. Like, some people, maybe they would feel that way from just the one episode, but my thoughts and feelings were not influenced mainly by her introduction, but by people, the way people have talked about her since her introduction. I'm not talking about anime onlys, I'm talking about obvious light novel readers, if that makes sense. So yeah, stuff like that definitely annoys me. No. I got you! Right? I found his face! I knew his voice, I just needed his face, I couldn't place it. And then when I saw him, I was hovering here, and then I saw his face. Where was his face? Where's his face? There, right next to him, and I was like, aha! I found him! Of course, Cherry would recognize him immediately because he's Chuya, you know? Her husband. Okay. Kitan from Gurren Lagann. It's difficult to place him as Chuya because Chuya has a more angry, shouty type. His voice is the same voice, but I mean, his character is very different. Whereas the way he spoke without the mendo, it was very John type. I wanted to say it's from an anime you recently watched. Okay. So I'm glad about that. I would have been so sad if I had to ask for a hint or look it up, but just seeing his face, I was like, aha! Okay, that was a really nice episode. At first, you know, it was just taking its slow time to kind of build up and set the stage in a sense. But I was really curious about what their plan was. And the characters are very interesting. This Werebel guy. Like, he was fighting the Demon King's people, but he seems to be this kind of not totally good person himself, you know? But I don't know. Don't tell me what the Werebel means. Okay? Not like the U-Bell thing last time. Like, I don't want to know. Let the show explain the character to me. I don't understand German. So, yeah, there's no need to kind of fansplain personality types. But to be fair, the other week, someone translating Yubel's name wasn't so bad. It was more annoying that I was saying her name sounds pretty. I didn't say, oh, her name, what a wonderful, beautiful name. As if, and then someone was like, well, actually, her name is not very pretty. It means bad. And I'm like, okay, but it still sounds pretty. It's still like. But what they were trying to say is, okay, as a German person, their first connotation to hearing this name is not that it's a nice name because they know what it means, literally. But for other people, it's just that. But anyway, that wasn't the real problem. Someone in the replies to that message kind of went on to explain, oh, you don't know how bad she is and this and that. And I was like, come on, let the show reveal the character to us. It's been introduced. I mean, in her introduction, we know that she might be, not the goodest of good. But yeah, the way that people kind of went about her, I feel like they spoiled more than I would like to know in advance. Like, when someone's building expectations and now you're going in with a certain expectation instead of being surprised. But anyway, so I don't want to know what Wirbel means. Okay, now I kind of want to know. Tell me. Sure, does it mean something? Just, you're not a light novel reader, so you can't reveal more than just the name. Which, like I said, that inherently is not a problem. Even when I was watching Attack on Titan, I was looking up, what does Jaeger mean? What does this mean? Just don't talk about it if you're a light novel reader. Translating, though. Just translate. Sorry, I'm waiting for Cherry to give me the answer. Okay, but while we wait, because I don't want this video to be too long because of copyright stuff, I think the episode was very good. I liked the part where the way that they went about catching it's builds tension because they're picking a fight, but in the same breath, it's such a peaceful way. Actually, she was just sitting there and waiting, and it came to sit on her shoulder. Like, there's this juxtaposition of the picking a fight with the other mages, but at the same time it being such a relaxed scene where even the animal was just coming to drink next to her, and then the bird was sitting. So while I'm waiting for Cherry's answer, I'll just say that I thought it was a very good episode. Visually quite stunning. Pace-wise, good. But yeah, the visuals really, there was so much detail and where it chose to focus. And okay, so the visuals were my favorite part, but also just kind of like the introduction of these characters. I like that they're... A lot of times when you watch anime, especially fantasy, a lot of characters fit specific tropes, which is not a bad thing because a lot of times I really like a certain type of character. But these characters seem very, like, they don't necessarily fit into a particular box. So they're more almost, I don't want to say complex because I don't mean that other characters are simple. But I really like the characters and their kind of intricacies of their introduction, their interactions, like how they choose to fight and how they choose to do things. It reveals so much about each individual mage. So I'm really looking forward. Cherry has confirmed that it does mean something. Geisel and verbal mean something, but hostage. Does Geisel mean hostage? Or does verbal mean hostage? Their personalities, especially this girl that's fighting Fern, she's saying that she's more powerful, but his application of his magic might seem more powerful because of how he fights, but maybe in terms of actual potential, this girl must be stronger than him. So it's quite interesting. Stuff like that, little details. And then just the style and the detail. I love it so much. So I thought that was really good. Excuse me, but a 5-minute episode is not nearly enough. I love that Himmel admits his fears instead of hiding them. That really shows you what a good guy he is. Only the strongest admit when they're scared like that. I think that was a conversation in a previous episode with regards to Stark and his master, if I remember correctly. Frieren, episode 19, I would give a 9 out of 10. A very biased 9 out of 10. But the characters, I think a little extra, if that makes sense. Like, I want to give the characters a little bit higher, but that's more because I'm just excited. Oh God, I'll just give it a 9.4. Yeah, the whole thing, 9.4. Thank you guys for watching. I look forward to seeing these interactions expand next week and the fights kind of, because now it was just started. But from here, I mean, they want to take their bird, they want to take their bird. Who's going to end up with what bird? And is anyone going to die? We've already seen some characters die, but they were like faceless characters. So I don't know if any of these characters that we've spent time with today. That one girl seems to think Yubel will die because she's fighting the swirl guy, but I don't think so. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.